these episodes whispered or soft-spoken, but I just figured we'll do them kind of whispered and take it from there, really. Maybe we'll alternate, I don't know. Anyway, we are in Longview right now, and we want to do a nice little trip, I guess, somewhere in Washington. Or not, as it doesn't seem to let us do that. Okay, it will do if we go up to Olympia. Longview really doesn't have anything in. Where's the shortest one? That takes us there. We could get that one, then from there we could maybe head up to one of these. Let's do that. I'm up for a couple. That'll a couple of trips. That will be nice. Okay, so I hope you guys are all doing very well. I'm doing good, thank you. Oh, literally, the place is over the road as well. So that's awesome. We have an awesome looking truck. Oh, yes, we do. I don't know if I prefer the trucks now in American Truck Sim or in Euro Truck Sim, because this is a pretty good looking truck, I must say. Then again, it has been pretty expensive, so But yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing okay. I'm doing good. Doing really good, actually. I feel like kind of since leaving London, I've had a lot of good luck, which is always nice. Sometimes maybe that's luck which I've deserved a little bit. I don't know. Oh, wait, it's down here. Might actually take it like this because otherwise I might get stuck. Yeah, whether that's kind of like, based upon karma or something like that, which I don't know if I believe in karma or not. I don't know if I believe that if you do good things, then the universe will bring good things back to you. I would really like to think that is something that is real and true, but I honestly don't know. We just totally missed the thing there. But maybe it is, because I felt like I had a lot of bad luck, but then I also feel kind of like I've made that luck myself. I'll get into details once we pick up this trailer. Explain what I mean. Those of you who watch these ones, these episodes of American or Euro Truck Sim know that generally I just waffle on for a good sort of half hour or so about stuff. And whether that's stuff about my life or just thoughts I've been having or anything like that. Okay. Kind of got slightly confused there about where I was going. And yeah. Okay. Joystick Y. There we go. Great stuff. It's quite a nice looking trailer. Right, so we want to head out of here. It's really not very far where we need to go. It's only 120 miles away, which is like virtually nothing. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, to quick recap of my life, I lived for about 8 years in London. Really, by the end of it, I really didn't enjoy it. So I got a job outside of London, new company, new start, moved, everything like that. I guess everything was better, but I wasn't that happy in my job for various reasons. It wasn't really anything to do with the company. Certainly the company I worked for in London were way worse. I actually quite liked the company I worked for and the people in it, but it was just something about the job just didn't sit right with me, and I didn't feel like it was. It felt like the job was too intense almost. It was like it was a restaurant manager job basically, and it was kind of one of those jobs where it's like I'm on call like 24/7, almost, and there's constantly issues going on and stuff like this, and it kind of felt a bit like I would have to almost. That would be like the number one thing in my life, and I didn't really want my job to be the number one thing in my life because I don't necessarily. I've done that for a while, and I don't think it kind of makes me very happy. I don't think it probably makes some people very happy. depends what your job is, I guess. But yeah, so I got a new job back in cinemas again. So I worked for 8 years in cinemas in London, not the same company because I really did not like the company. I don't know where this is going. Okay, I don't know why being the left hand they would allow you to go straight on, but I guess it did. We should go back in the cab actually. There we go. But oh, okay, we're on the wrong side. Okay, all right. Jesus Christ, I'm a UK driver. What do you want me to do? But yeah, so I got a new job. I'm just getting out of the training phase. I'm very happy with it so far. It's been really good. And kind of just in a happy place, I think, in my life, really, where I'm like, okay, job's going well. I really like where I live. It's been one of the nicest things about moving is I found a really nice place to live. Very reasonable rent. You know, just everything about it is really good. And yeah, just everything else in my life is going really well. So it's, you kind of almost feel like a different person. I mean, I would kind of encourage people, like, if you do kind of start to feel a bit like that, you know, identify what is the issue in your life, what is making you unhappy, and change it. And I know that's like a really simplistic view, but sometimes you need to be simplistic with your life and to really work things out. You know, sometimes you just need to break it literally down. Oh shit, we're running out of fuel. I did not realise. There must be a fuel station somewhere along the line. We'll be fine. There's a sweet ass bridge as well, by the way. Did we? I don't think we went over that on the way in, so I'm a bit disappointed at that. Okay, we do need the search for fuel is kind of important now. That looks like an airport over there. But yeah. Anyway, so things are going really well. As I said, is there fuel off here? I don't think there. Let's carry on down there. There must be fuel on this way, I think. Yeah, which is nice, I think. And I certainly feel like I kind of wasted a lot of time doing things I wasn't really very happy with, just because it was having to do something. You know, to change it would be doing something out of my comfort zone. So changing your job, changing where you live, all that kind of thing, changing relationships, stuff like that. You know, it's scary. It is scary, and you know, it really took me a good few years. Like, I wasn't unhappy for the full 8 years I was in London. I did like it to begin with. Probably maybe the last 2 or 3 I didn't like, and I do regret kind of waiting around, really. But it's hard not to think sometimes that everything happens for a reason. Maybe if I'd left earlier, the place where I live now wouldn't have been available, and maybe I wouldn't have got a nicer place to live, or met, you know, the people I've met. Shit. Idiot. Let's go way too fast around the corner. So sometimes maybe some people have to wait a little bit longer for certain things, and sometimes you have to get hold of those things. I don't know, it's difficult to think about things. I'm not a big believer in like everything is like destined to be and all that kind of nonsense, really. Well, maybe it's not nonsense, but I do kind of feel like that maybe if sometimes you take a bit of chance, maybe if you're doing things for the right reason, then in a way the, you know, good things will kind of happen to you. But you've got to kind of meet it halfway, if that makes sense. You can't just wait around and be like, well, I'm a good person, why is good things not happening to me? I do feel like you kind of have to sometimes make the first move, or the first few moves, and then if you're doing that for the kind of right reasons, I think eventually things will kind of work out. So yeah, as I said, I think everything's kind of beginning to get sorted for me, hopefully. There's a car literally to my left, and there's nothing I can do because I've got to go up this way, and so I'm just driving on the slip road, and he's just sitting next to me. No problems there, mate, thank you. How I didn't crash then, I don't know. But yeah, so I think I'm going to have enough time to kind of devote to my channel, to devote to work and devote to my personal life as well, which I think if you can get those things in balance, especially for me anyway, then that's perfect. I'm a very simple kind of person. I like a relatively simple life. But yeah, as I said, I think I'm finding that balance at the minute. Thank God we got some petrol up ahead. So I think I'm finding that balance at the minute, hopefully. If we go off here, can we get back on? I think we can. We just have to get some petrol, because otherwise we will literally break down. I don't think I've ever run out of petrol before. Oh shit, they're on red. Yeah, well, I might as well just go through. I didn't really see him, I'm not gonna lie. Petrol station, yes. That's the most expensive petrol refill we've ever had, because it cost us £700 extra, because we didn't stop at those lights like an idiot. There's a whole load of trucks around here, isn't there? Okay. Here we go. So, as I said, I've kind of been doing my new job, and I've been doing some trading recently, and I've been driving to a few different places to do that training, as you kind of do, anybody who's done that sort of trading, especially at like a management level, you know that you generally won't, so I think this is all one way, and then we go around this way maybe. You generally don't train somewhere where you're working. No, this does not seem like the right way at all. Okay, maybe around that way. And usually what will happen is they will pay your expenses for the travelling. So usually petrol costs. Sometimes they'll do other things like put you up in a hotel, that kind of stuff. And my new company did offer to pick me up in a hotel, but the place I was driving to wasn't that far away, and I was like, it just seems fine for me to drive. The furthest place took me about an hour and 45 minutes to drive there and back, but I was only there like 3 times in a couple of weeks, so I didn't really mind. And unbeknownst to me, they are actually exceptionally generous on mileage costs, so I get about 45p per mile. I do, and I'm pretty sure it costs me way less than that to actually drive. I've got a pretty economical car. I've got a Mazda 2. I think it's like a 1.3, and it's pretty darn economical. Yeah, so I was happy with that. Turned out I'd done quite a few miles in a couple of weeks anyway. But now I'm actually in the place where I'm going to be working permanently in the cinema. I'm working permanently, and that's super cool. Very happy with that. Pretty clear on the side. You can bypass the nearby way station. Brilliant. Look at that freight train. That's very cool. No, don't remember seeing something like that before. I don't know why we're not inside the truck. There we go. Yeah, so it's cool. The only thing I'd say I am kind of a bit up and down about at the minute is to do with the channel a little bit in a way, because I'm not sure what I want to do on the channel, if that makes sense, because like there's all these games I want to play, but I'm kind of in this quandary where I'm like, do I want to, like, so I obviously started a Skyrim series, and I know Skyrim is popular, it always has been, and I've really enjoyed playing it, like I really love playing it, which is why I've got so many episodes up already, because I think I'm on like 6 or 7 by the time this goes out, and like I literally have like another 10 episodes recorded already because I just really love playing the game and played it in quite some time. There's a funky looking bridge, and oh shit, we were supposed to turn off there. Oh bugger. Because I want to do a second journey, I'm going to do something I would not normally do here. Should I go the wrong way? Down this one-way street. Surprise! I got a feeling it might be over here that we need to... Oh shit. Uh-oh. No, we're okay, we're okay. Okay, we're gonna kind of just turn around in here, I think. It's not something I do every day, but I totally missed that turn in there. I'll just go around here and then back over. It probably wasn't that much of a detour, to be completely honest with you. I was just a little bit worried. We've had some bad experiences in the past with those sort of detours, so... yeah, but as I was saying, so I really enjoy Skyrim. I don't know what else to do. Like, I love these kind of American and Euro Truck Sim series, you know, so I want to keep that going. We're starting the new football season, and I like doing like little videos on football. To kind of, it's a good way to just kind of get my thoughts out there as well. You know, it's quite therapeutic in that sense. But I don't know what else I want to do, what else I want to play. I look at new games coming out and I'm like, oh yeah, I'd probably give that a go. And I'm like, but would I do a series on it? I don't know. I think it's a really tough one. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to stop here, you are. Yeah, so, I don't know. And there's obviously like some massive games coming out this year. Things like Death Stranding, which, I mean, I'm definitely 100% going to play Death Stranding, like without a shadow of a doubt. I'm really looking forward to it. But is it the sort of thing that would do well on my channel? I don't know. I think sometimes it might, because exclusive games generally tend to do quite well. And it does look like it's quite kind of picturesque on there. So, but then I'm also like, I can't really remember the last time I actually finished a big long series, because, well, I guess for different reasons really. I think I would have finished Red Dead, but for the fact that I obviously had to take a break from the channel. I think I would have, okay, so we gotta go, what, left here? Looks like it, and then we go under the road. It's a weird ass, like, I really don't think it saved me any time taking that little detour, by the way. I think it said like the same amount of time, so never mind. But yeah, I wonder like what other games to play. I don't know, you know, it's a weird one. I want to do something that I really enjoy. I like doing like long series, but I also want to do something that people will actually watch, because like I do want my channel to kind of grow. You know, I really want to hit that like 10,000 subscriber mark for nothing else than just personal pride, really. Yeah, it feels for me like that would be my first, well, second major milestone. I feel like the first one would be 1,000. I feel like the second one would be 10,000 without a doubt. I'd never expect my channel to be big and you know, to grow to anything, you know, substantial, but you know, in the same way, you know, it'd be nice to get to that level, and just mostly because it would be nice to kind of, the bigger you are as a channel, you know, the more visibility there is on you, and you know, I'm quite proud of a lot of my videos, and it'd be nice for people to see them as such. And maybe also it wouldn't make me feel like, this is beautiful by the way around it, this is absolutely stunning. In fact, I'm going to go outside the truck just because this landscape is so good. I'm not being funny, those textures on those rocks look really good for Euro trucks. The kind of vineyards, not so much. But the actual rocks there look pretty good. Maybe they don't look so good up close. I don't know. This is pretty nice around here. But yeah, I don't expect my channel to ever be massive or anything like that, but it would be nice to say, like, after all these years, yes, I finally got to like 10,000 subscribers, and I did it my way. You know, I didn't do clickbaity stuff, I didn't play games I didn't want to play because I thought they might be popular. Fortnite. I really wish I was into Fortnite, because I really think I would have a really big channel right now, or I really wish I was into Battle Royale games. As such, you know, I do think, like, it's not that difficult to grow a gaming channel on YouTube. I think it's difficult, or it's not that difficult if you're into, like, or if you are prepared to play all the most popular games. So, you know, every time like a big thing comes out, you know, you get in on it as quickly as you can, sort of thing. Oh shit, there's a combine harvester. Okay, he's stopping for me by the looks of it. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Bloody hell, where are we delivering this to? Mom and Pop's farm. Quite sure massive lorry was the best delivery option for this farm, but hey, it's interesting, I'll give them that. What we want to see is if they have anything here that needs to be delivered back into Washington, because that would be very good. Could do a nice little run there. Stop. Do you know what? I'm going to skip it just because I'm not in so much of a hurry, but I do want to get another trip in. Thank you. Right, let's have a look at the freight market. Right. Washington, we go to, but no, we don't want to go there, we just were there. Is that really it? Like, this is kind of annoying me now. What? But that's just going to take me right back through the whole bloody place again. Flip the whip, look at that, that's cool. I don't want that though, I want something that's going to take me around here. Oh, see, something like that would be awesome. It's going to take me ages to get back to Vancouver. You know what we'll do? We'll just do a quick job. We want to go from the Dales. No, not Bellingham. Okay, there was a quick job. There we go. We'll take that one. I'm going to be driving a different truck, but you know, I can't be bothered to drive all the way back to that town to then pick up another job. We could technically like sleep, I guess, but I don't think there was anywhere nearby to sleep. It was a bit of an abandoned farm, wasn't it? So we'll do it this way. What kind of truck we got? Well, it looks pretty basic. There we go. Pretty basic interior as well. Not bad, but you know, not great either. We need to get the old windscreen wipers going. I've forgotten what the button is. That's not the button. Like it's, oh, that's full beam. I didn't know I had a full beam. I think that's lights. I swear I did, like. That's lights. What's that then? Okay, we're gonna have to look at the controls. Sorry everybody. That's not the controls. Windscreen wipers. Wipers P. Okay. this view to get out of here so we don't smash it up or whatever it is now. It's like a grain silo or part of a missile. I like to think it's part of a missile. We're delivering it to North Korea. They love missiles in North Korea. It's a big market for missiles in North Korea, I think. I wonder sometimes, like, about North Korea, like, it just must be such a... It must be so weird for people who do leave and then see the outside world. It just must be such a, like, mind screw to, for them. And I do wonder as well whether or not we're going to see, you know, in my lifetime, North Korea actually kind of like turn into a kind of modern place or something like that, you know, because you look at South Korea, you look at North Korea, there's just such a difference, isn't there? It's crazy, like, you know, it just goes to show that if you, or, you know, the effect that dictatorships have on places is pretty crazy. And this one does look like it's a slightly longer journey. I think before I was talking about what to play on my channel. I definitely want to get back into Elder Scrolls, but the Elder Scrolls Online anyway. But I still keep getting problems, like with my computer just crashing from it. So it just ruins my recording completely. So I don't know quite what to do about it because I really do enjoy playing that game. And I think it's pretty good in terms of a kind of relaxing game to play, and I think people are fairly interested in it as well. But I just have a lot of bad luck with it. I am considering kind of completely rebuilding my computer and going to like a Ryzen, the new Ryzen kind of build with the new Ryzen CPUs, the Ryzen 3 series or Zen 3 as it were. I don't know how that would work, or if it would be better, or if it would work. I'm also considering getting a new graphics card, but I've got a 1080 Ti, and I'm like, do I need an RTX? How long will this? I mean, this 1080 Ti, I think anyway, will last me another 2 years if I really wanted it to. But I also really like buying new things for my computer. So, because I was looking at the 2080 Super, and while it's not much more powerful than the 1080 Ti, like it's not, I'm not going to install it and be like, oh my god, this is like huge. Oh no, I can't go down there anyway. That's cool. You know, the ray tracing on there looks pretty cool, and I just kind of get a feeling like in the future, you know, we might get to a point where there might be some other features coming out. There was in the DLSS we saw, which raised frame rates and things like that. So I don't think I'm going to go to a 2080 Ti because they are so expensive. I just don't know if I can justify it. My thoughts are with the 2080 the 2080 Super, is that I think they're about £600 or £700, and I think I can sell my graphics card for about 400 probably. So you're looking at about £300 difference, which I can just about justify really. And then I would need to get a new motherboard, probably new RAM, because Ryzen likes faster RAM and a Ryzen. So I think all in all I would probably spend about £1,000 upgrading my computer. But then the problem is I'm not sure like what performance I'm going to get that's better, if that sounds weird. It's a bit of a risk, I guess. If I sell my other parts, then I think like I'll make a bit of that back, and I think in the end I might be able to get away with just spending about 500 or so. I could technically keep my RAM, like it's not terrible, but I know Ryzen just like pretty fast RAM. I usually, whenever I upgrade, I just sell my parts on eBay. I don't usually like try and get as much money as I probably should from it. I'm not much of a haggler, you know. I'd rather just sell quickly and you know, if somebody gets a deal out of it, then well done to them, basically. But yeah, So I think in the end, yeah, I could get away with spending about 500. I'm also considering getting a new monitor as well. I kind of want something bigger than 27 inches. I know that sounds weird, 27 inches is pretty big, but 32 is even bigger, you know. But I don't think there's anything they do at 32 which right now grabs me. So I'm not sure I'm going to do that. Like, what I want from a new monitor, so I have a 4K monitor at the minute with G-Sync. IPS monitor, it's very nice, it looks very good. However, that 60 frames per second, kind of want a bit more than that, you know. But in order to get more than that, I'd probably have to drop down to 2K resolution, so 1440p. But I also know that currently my graphics card struggles to play things at 4K at the high settings, but it doesn't on 2K. So I'm a bit like, well, kind of makes sense anyway. That, you know, if you kind of understand it. But I don't know. You can bypass near my way station. Excellent. Wait, did we get past this one already? I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, lots of things to think about anyway. For me to do. So, you know, I probably won't upgrade, to be honest. There's lots of things I want to do with my computer because I want to try and get it as silent as possible so you guys don't pick anything up in the background. You know, I want it to obviously be fast and stable, which is obviously really important. But in reality, it's not a bad computer right now at all. It's probably top 10%, I'd say. But you always have that little itch where you're like, oh, if I could just get it a little bit faster, you know, get a little bit more power out of it. Wouldn't that be good? It might be, might not be. We'll see. I don't think my CPU bottlenecks me at the minute. I think it loses a few frames per second in some games, but I don't think it's too bad. I've got an i7 6700K, still very good, as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I just really like just buying computer parts and then fitting them in. It's my kind of, I don't know. It's a curse and a blessing, I guess. I love building computers, but God knows it's an expensive hobby. It's a very expensive hobby. This is really nice around here, actually. I don't like doing this, actually, when I'm right next to this guy. I need to get past this guy. Bane of my life is when two lorries are like trying to pass each other. One's going like 61 miles an hour, the other's going 60. If you don't know, like, lorries are limited to 60 miles an hour in the UK, and so they always try to go 60 miles an hour, you know, down the dual carriageway motorways, etc. But like they can't go faster than that, really. It maybe go like 1 or 2 miles an hour faster than that if it's downhill or something. So if one of them is going like 59, the other one's like, right, I'm going to overtake, and that was terrible. That was completely my fault. Because we can turn on the windscreen wipers. Oh God, turn them off. Okay, they're done. Nice dam. Yeah, that was completely my fault. Is that a reservoir of some sorts? Looks like it. I have no idea where I am. let's have a look. Where am I? Okay, cool. So we're actually getting to drive through some of the nice kind of views of Washington, which is really nice. It's like a beautiful place. I think Oregon has still been my favourite, but Washington looks really nice. I think my favourite expansion out of Euro and this has been the Viva la France one. I thought that was just really nice. You know, in terms of overall expansions, but there's been some real good ones for American Truck Sim. I do wonder if we're going to see the day where it's a nice bridge, isn't it? If we're going to see the day of having all of America, or not. That would be incredible. But if not, I would settle for a majority of it. Maybe one day I'll actually have to do my own. I should do my own, like, kind of pilgrimage, like, of the journeys I've taken in Euro Truck Sim, and actually do it myself in a car, or even a truck. I always wanted to take like 6 months off work and get a VW camper van and just drive around Europe or something like that, just visiting places and do stuff like that. Obviously, like, super expensive. Well, I guess it wouldn't be, because you could just stay in the camper van. That would be the idea. You could cook and stuff like that there in it. But camper vans are super expensive, firstly. And secondly, obviously, just buying all your food and stuff like that would be super expensive. But if we're talking an ideal world, I've always wanted to do that. Come then, Mr. This is the Fast and Furious. Look at these two cars as I run them off the road. Look at the workmen, hard at work like usual. Yep. Standing around. Oh no, that guy's working. Fair play to you. Is this guy? Yeah, he's sweeping. Okay, cool. It's the end of the roadworks. The end of the road. We're really getting some interesting scenery now, aren't we? Willow Lake, rest area 1 mile. That's pretty beautiful, actually. That's why I've stayed outside the truck, because you just get a better view sometimes. The scenery is pretty good. Maybe I shouldn't have made my judgment until I've seen all of Washington about whether or not I like it. I think one good thing about jumping into this truck was it reset our sleep timer, so I don't think we're going to need to sleep on this journey. I think we've got enough fuel as well, so that's pretty good. We can just put our foot down and keep going. I think some trucks do have a cruise control as well, but I can't remember how to use it. I don't know if that, I would imagine that is a thing in American trucks. But I don't know for sure. That's a good view, actually. Quite like that one. That should be like a default camera angle. I know there's one like by the wheel. This is a pretty good one too. The only problem is you can't move and look around. You're stuck in this view. Yeah, there we go, by the wheel. Let's go back inside for a moment. Okay, wants us to turn around up here. Is that because I missed a turning because I'm an idiot, or probably is, isn't it? Okay. Can't remember to turn off here. Pendleton discovered. Well, at least we discovered Pendleton. Yeah, definitely go off here. There's a Walbert truck. So if my knowledge is correct of like American road usage, at those stop signs you physically have to stop, even if there's like nothing around. It wants you to stop. So what I just did there would be considered illegal, basically. I'll live with it though. I didn't get caught, so it can't be illegal, right? Yeah, down here, I guess. Yeah. I mean, ideally, what I need for my channel, I'm just going kind of back, just flip it backwards. Thought, but I was thinking, like, what I need for my channel is another Bethesda open world RPG, you know, type thing. We haven't really seen many of them. I kind of said this in my Skyrim playthrough. Like, you just don't really see a lot of games similar to like Skyrim or Fallout anymore. And it's weird because I think what happened is everybody turned around and went, we need to turn them into MMOs. So every kind of big open world RPG nowadays is an MMO, and it's not the same. Like, it really is not the same. And you just don't really get that many. There was this whole spate of them, and people were like, oh great, another open world game. And now I kind of feel like I haven't had a really good one I can get my teeth into in a while. Certainly not one where you get to like customise your character and choose, you know, your path and who you want to be and all that kind of stuff. I don't feel like I've had that in a while. I don't know if there's anything even coming out where that'll be a thing. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I am looking forward to Ghost Recon though. I think I might play that on the channel. It's obviously something a bit different. It might be something I do streams of instead, because I do want to get back into doing some streaming. I might do some streaming kind of more for like my Patreon channel as well. It kind of depends on time. It depends on how well the streaming is. I've got to test everything out and see how it goes. But yeah, it could be good. Trucks with transporters follow something signal. You can bypass next wait station. Brilliant. They are loving me right now. I am liking it. Where are we now? Okay, we're heading up there. Yeah, so I don't know really like what necessarily. Actually, let me just have a look. Let me just bring up on my phone what games are coming out this year. Let's have a look. Now, what games coming out in 2019? Go down with that. Oh, I might play the Division 2 new one on here. Okay, I just want a list rather than you telling me everything about this stuff. Okay, we have a release schedule on Game Informer. Excellent. Okay, right, here we go. May, June, July, August. So what have we got coming in August? Oh, A Bard's Tale 4. That was something I was interested in. The director's cut might be quite good fun. It's slightly different, obviously, to just an open world kind of RPG, but it was something I was interested in. And if anything, I might just do like a video on it and then see how that kind of goes down. But I would like to play it. And then what have we got coming in September? We've got Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Now, I quite liked Monster Hunter World. My only beef with it was I did feel like you got to a point whereby you had to do things multiplayer rather than on your own. And I didn't like that as much. I'd rather, you know, do it on my own. So I might play that. My Monster Hunter video was wildly popular, which confused me. I do wonder about maybe doing The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening on the Switch and maybe picking up a Switch again for that one. That might be good fun. I do miss having a Switch in some ways. There have been some very good games coming out of it, but again, I didn't feel like I was using it enough, like there wasn't enough games coming. But with Breath of the Wild 2 coming, I kind of feel like I have to get a Switch. And Link's Awakening, like I haven't played the original Zelda game, so the fact that they're kind of remade one and they're bringing it out on Switch does interest me a lot there, and that might be quite good fun to do. Borderlands 3 is coming early September as well. Which I think that might be up my kind of street, you know. I think that might be. So I might want to try that. FIFA 20. I don't so I don't think that's going to be. I mean, I probably will play it because I think I'll still have my yearly pass with EA Origin going. Not sure if I will renew that because Anthem was a massive disappointment. I felt like Anthem could have been that open world RPG, but again, everyone has to do multiplayer stuff all the time, and yeah, just for me, it just didn't work. He says as his phone keeps cutting out. We've got the Outer Worlds coming in October 25th. I didn't even see that guy because I was looking at my phone. Luigi's Mansion 3 coming on Switch, so those couple of games toward the end of this year might convince me to pick up a Switch actually, Zelda and Luigi's Mansion. Oh, one game I'm actually really interested in as well is Concrete Genie. Looks pretty good, I think, on PlayStation only. I think it's coming. I think Death Stranding is coming out. Oh, we've got to get Wade. Get Wade, son. Okay. I don't know if it's possible to fail this. I don't even know if it's possible to ever fail that. So yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3. We got Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. Now, that for me is very interesting because that is like Destiny 2 or the whole Destiny games have a very special place in my heart because I really love them. Like I love the gameplay, I love the guns, I love the story. There's just not enough of it in my opinion. Like it's way too focused on multiplayer stuff, which I get. Like I get it. You know, I know I'm not going to win that battle, but that's my opinion. But I'm wondering now that they're free of the kind of Activision shackles, like how much, you know, what's going to happen? Are we going to get a really robust campaign? You know, I'm not looking for something that is like 40 hours long. I'm looking for something which is like 10, 15 hours long and very enjoyable. And at the end of it, you know, I can turn around and go, yeah, that was worth it. And if I want to dip my hands into you know, dip my hands into multiplayer stuff and do a bit of the open world stuff, then that's an option for me. But perhaps I wouldn't feel like I have to do that to try and get my money's worth almost, if you know what I mean. I don't mind grindy things a little bit because the game's just fun to play. But not like crazy grinding where you have to team up with 5 other people and all this kind of stuff. So I hope there is an option for that for those people who do like it, and you can do stuff like that, but also like matchmaking needs to be incorporated into some things as well. Not just you need 5 friends, because God knows I don't have 5 friends. I could probably just join a clan and do all that, but you know what I mean. So I hope that's an option, and if they kind of get that, then they could get me back into Destiny, definitely. So yeah, interested in that. And Ghost Recon Breakpoint's out 3 days later, which I'm not sure how I feel about that, because while they are 2 very different games, like I'm really looking forward to Ghost Recon. I really like Wildlands. I thought it was a really good game, very interesting. I've still been playing it like as recently as like maybe a month ago, because it's just a fun game to kind of jump into. How this one's going to work, I'm not too sure. Like, it looks awesome, like a lot of the stuff in there, but also on the flip side of that, Wildlands could be a little repetitive with what you were doing. Although there were some really, really good missions in there, and the whole place was absolutely stunning. So, yeah, I feel like they kind of nailed a lot of that, which is awesome. So, I think that could be good. Where are we in November? Planet Zoo by the guys who made Planet Coaster. I'm very much looking forward to that. I just see here there's a Professor Layton game coming out on Switch, so I'm definitely buying a Switch now. You got Death Stranding in November as well. Okay, and no Pokemon Sword and Shield are out. I don't know how I feel about that, because I tried playing the recent one on Switch when I had my Switch, and I just didn't like it. But I know this is kind of like a redesign, and it might be something I get into. So yeah, you got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which from the stuff I saw at, you know, like the E3 presentation of it, I was just out on it. Just didn't interest me at all. But then when they were talking about it and what they were actually saying the game was about, you know, I was very much interested. Where are my lights? There we go. Good stuff. So that could be good, I guess. I think I will pick up a Switch then by is it September? We've got is it September? Yeah, September the 20th. I'll have to get one by if I want to get one. So I guess I'll look and see if there's any deals coming up or anything like that on it. I don't regret selling my Switch. Okay, maybe I'll do a little bit. Now, maybe I'll do. There's 3 games there that I really want to play. I definitely would play Professor Layton game on my channel, by the way. 100%. I love those games on the DS. I was going to play the mobile one that came out as well. But I don't know. It just seemed like too much effort to do that. But I think there is some Elgato software that allows you to to stream like mobile screen really well. So I might look into that maybe. There's so many things you can do nowadays. It's so much easier to just record footage and stuff like that. It's really good. I think that's kind of it. But there's enough there. Oh my god, there's me going. I think we've got enough fuel. We've got 44 miles to go. Can we make it? It's a tough question. We've got a beautiful sunset up here. Look at this. There's been some really nice scenery. Like, oh, way here. That is a beautiful sky. I do love this game. I really do. Do you know what I love? I love people just going to me, like, but it's, I don't get what's fun about this, just driving a truck around. And then they play it and they're like, oh, I get it. Like, it's that kind of thing where you do like one journey and you're like, oh, actually, this is very relaxing, quite good fun, you know, and like not intense, you know. It's just good. I like it. It's very good. Oh, trucks. No, we can bypass it. Awesome. Why am I overtaking these guys? Why am I a nut job? I'm a terrible driver. For some reason I thought that was a dual carriageway. But it's 60 here. This guy is going like 40, so I feel vaguely justified. It's quite bad driving. It's a bit naughty of me, but sod it. That guy's going way too slow. Look at that sunset. That's why I'm staying outside of the truck today. Washington's been had some really interesting scenery actually. Yeah, we will make it just about with this petrol. That's great. Glad I didn't actually have to get any. Although I don't think you pay for it when you're in a truck like this. I think they either reimburse you or you just don't pay for it. If that makes sense. It goes on a company credit card or something. Crashing. that's easy. You right there, good sir? Taking a seat, taking the load off. I mean, it's quite late, I guess, but, you know, come on. Awesome. Look at that, job's a good one. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's do that one, sod it. So if we wanted to do one for next time, oh, we're still there, but we could have a look, and there might be different ones. Or not. Back to Longview. Or Bellingham. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We didn't go everywhere in Oregon, to be fair, but I'm not going to. Jesus Christ, look at that. There's a 3er. That's pretty cool. Okay, anyway, we will finish up there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. It's been my pleasure as always, and I'll see you next time.